Hi, it's Dave. Just doing another quick tutorial about what we learned the first week when we did digital, which is essentially how to cut out things and move them onto a new page and then size them up, and that's about it. Okay, so and because you're going to be doing this on Friday with the whole Apple thing, so we're going to be cutting out objects and bringing them into the picture, in addition to painting and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, how do we cut out? So you can see here I have a whole composition of different people, and they were composed of either a person who was on a background which had a photograph, they were part of a photograph, or they were part of a white background. And there's two ways to cut out those type of people. So now let's go to our picture. We're going to create a new picture. We need a new blank piece of paper. So hit File, New, and then when this pops up, I like to do it a print because you get letter, and letter is 300 dpi, which is professional grade size. I'm going to go over here and I can customize things. So I'm going to hit this to make it a landscape instead of a portrait, and hit create. Okay. So first order of business is I'm going to cut out a photo, a person from a photographic background, and for that we'll use specific types of things. I always bring this down and put it in the PS. It's the best way to open it up, in my opinion. Command 0 brings it larger. Okay, so over here is the quick selection tool and the magic wand tool. They're nested. When you hold this down, a little fly out menu comes out and you can pick the one you want. So I'm going to take Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther, and I'm just going to go and zoom in a little so you can see what I'm doing. It's kind of cool because as you're moving this along, you can see the outline snap to the exterior of his form. Okay, so and from what I can see, it's pretty good. Let me try a different guy. Let me try this guy here. So let's go to this one. Command D to get rid of that. And now I'm going to jump. You can see the outline a little bit more. So as I move my cursor through the body, I'm staying inside the body. Very important. You don't want to go outside the body. And you should always use your zoom tool to zoom in. It's the magnifying glass, and you just keep adding to whatever's missing. Just keep it inside the form. Okay, you don't want to go and bring this outside of the perimeter of the body, because then it's going to select all that. Now I think we have a selection right here. Okay, it's like you can see it goes out and around the dotted lines. That's a selection. So up here is a negative and a positive. When you hit negative, it now takes away. So I'm going to bring it down and get that. So I'm not going to be perfectionistic here, because I just need to show you a couple things about this. Now in the middle here, I do want to fix this. Down here by Command Z, by the red carpet here, it stops right here, and this part is not selected. So I'm going to go to add, and I'm going to continue. Got to go to subtract because I'm taking it away. So I'm taking away this part right here. So we move up, and it kind of snaps to the outline of the legs. And as you get up into this small area, you're going to have to decrease the size of the cursor. If you use a larger cursor, it's going to take all the pants. And there we go. So I could do the same thing with this in here, but why bother? Because it's not that important. Okay, so now you just hit Command C. Okay, then you switch over up here. I have my opened document, and then you hit Command V. So there's your character. His hand is missing, so I would do this over if I ever did this again. And there you have it on the layer. So just pretend this white paper is your scan of your Apple. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to go to is we're going to open up Deadpool here. Okay, I have a Deadpool. I'm going to bring him down to the PS. And this is the second way of doing things. Now, before we selected the character with the whatchamacallit, the quick selection tool, copied it and pasted it into the new document. This one's a little different. So when you have a white background, the easiest thing to do is take the whole document. Okay, now here's the trick. Get the move tool, hold down and drag it up until you get to this document up here. You see the name up here? Okay, the names of each one of these documents are up here. I'll start it over. Go back to Deadpool. Now, unlock it, which is always a good thing, which makes it more movable. You can see now it moves. Okay, so as you can see here, it's moving up, and I'm going to the names at the very top. Okay, as I go up here, there it is, and I bring it down. Now I haven't let go. I'm still holding the mouse or pushing down on the pen. And then finally I bring it down, then let go. And as you can see here, there's a white background that came with him. So in order to get rid of the white background, we're going to go to, instead of the quick selection, to the magic wand. Now, if your character's wearing white, this might be a problem. So just be aware of that. Now I'm going to click in the white area and make sure I'm on the layer that is Deadpool. Click, and then you hit delete. Okay, so that's how you get that. Now, if you ever get too much of the figure, or not enough, you can adjust this number up here, higher or lower, and just see what happens when you do it. There's still some stuff in here, so I'm just going to delete some of the stuff that here. I like the shadow, so I'll keep the shadow, because I can move him down here in front of this guy, and the shadow shows that he's on the ground. Okay, so that's it. And if I wanted to put this guy in front of Deadpool, I would take the layer, drag it up until I see the hand, and I let go. And now this dude is in front of Deadpool. So that's the basic gist of that. And I think that's it. So just know how to do that. You're cutting out stuff. The other way to cut out stuff is to use the lasso tool. And for that is a little bit more intense. And I'm going to go over that in class and give you an exercise. So it's not super intense, but it's how I do things professionally. These techniques are okay. They're not like professional grade. Sometimes you get all this weird kind of like, it looks a little chunky and weird. It's good if you're doing something quick. And to be honest with you, Deadpool looks pretty cool against the white. But if we went and we darkened behind him, and I'll show you what that looks like whenever I can figure out what I'm doing here. I run the background, and I got this, and it's at normal. There you go. So let's examine him, look really close. Did a good job. So some things work really well. And if you ever want to get more of something, you can go up to the Deadpool and into the white, select it with the magic wand, boom, goes away. You can do this for every single one of them if you need to. Command D, and there's Deadpool. So he came out pretty good. This guy, not as good. So anyway, that's that. And now that's how you cut out stuff. And you move it onto things. So just remember when you drag things up, hold it at the new thing. So if I want to do this again, I'll show you again. Drag him back up. Bring him back down. I haven't let go. I'm still pushing. And then boom, there he is. Now he's with his twin brother. Okay, so it's easy enough to do. Drag up, go to the new. Let's go to this one. Bring him on here. Okay, so I'm going up to the name. I'm still pushing. When I finally let go, there he is. Okay, done. See ya.